What's going on, guys? John here from John's Cooking Channel, or Cooking with John. Thanks for tuning in. I got a great video coming at you today. We're going to be doing a little bit of grilling outside, and we'll be making beer can chicken. And we'll be including a side of grilled asparagus in today's video. For this video, we'll be using a whole chicken, and we're going to go ahead, cover it in olive oil like we did a couple videos ago when we cooked that full chicken. And we're going to make sure that we get the whole chicken covered in olive oil. And when we put this on the grill, this olive oil is going to make the skin nice and crispy. So we're going to take a little bit of garlic powder, put that on the outside of the chicken. A little bit of red cayenne pepper to make it kind of spicy. Some regular black pepper. A little bit of salt. A little bit of thyme, which is really going to bring out the flavor in this chicken. As well as a little bit of oregano. Then we're going to go ahead and rub this in all over the chicken, and we'll flip it over and repeat the process. And this is why they call it beer can chicken. We're actually going to take this beer can, we're going to take out about a third of the beer, and we're going to put the beer can 2/3 of the way full into the chicken, and we're going to put this whole thing on the grill for an hour and 30 minutes. So the first thing we need to do is open up our beer and get rid of a third of it. So what we're going to do is take our beer can and actually insert it into the chicken just like that. And it'll fit right up in the inside of the cavity of the chicken. Some chickens will have a bigger cavity and others will have a smaller cavity. So depending on the size of the hole of the chicken will depend on the ease of which the beer can slides up in there. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this whole thing on the grill for 1 hour and 30 minutes, and it's just going to cook perfectly. The beer inside the beer can is going to evaporate, and the chicken meat will absorb all of that flavor. And let me tell you what, beer can chicken is one of the best ways to prepare a whole chicken on the grill. And I just wanted to point out one quick thing about this grill setup here. I'm using my large grill today because we actually do need quite a bit of space in between the grate and the cover to fit the whole chicken. But as you can see, I've created a ring of coals. So there's a hole right in the middle. That's where the beer can is going to sit on the grate, not down in the coals. But that'll allow the can to sit there without absorbing all the heat from the coals. And you don't want the can to melt. It's not something that probably will happen. It could happen if you have a massive amount of heat right under the can. So remember, a ring of coals and then add the grates. So the chicken will sit right here on the grate above the ring of coals. All right, so here goes nothing. We're gonna take the chicken by holding the beer can. We're gonna set it right down there. And we're actually gonna use the legs as a tripod of the chicken. So the beer can will be sitting down there, and the legs will be the tripod, and that will hold our chicken up from falling over. And like I said, it's going to go on the grill for 1 hour and 30 minutes or until the internal temperature of that chicken's 160 degrees. We'll check it a few times throughout the cooking process to make sure everything's going all right. But this is going to be fantastic. All right, so we're about the halfway mark here, 45 minutes. That chicken is looking delicious. Check that out. Great shot here. Nice golden brown on the outside, and before you know it, it's going to be done and it's going to be delicious. And when we have about 20 to 25 minutes left on the chicken, I'll actually bring the asparagus out. It'll be covered in olive oil. It'll have a little bit of garlic on it, and I'll go ahead and I'll do it right up on the grill, and I'll show you that. Y'all ready for this? Probably has about half an hour left, but as you can see, it's just a beautiful golden brown. I'm checking the internal temperature of my chicken right now. It's 140 degrees, so I'm gonna go ahead, start my asparagus, and this chicken's gonna be done pretty quick. Here's my asparagus. I covered it in olive oil and I minced up a little garlic and also kind of rubbed that all over the place. I went ahead and dumped all the asparagus out on the grill, and you want asparagus to lie pretty flat. You don't wanna really double it up. If it's all right on the grate there, it's gonna cook pretty evenly. Like I said, this asparagus really isn't going to take long, so you just kind of want to continually shuffle it up, move it around, just make sure you're getting a good turn in on most of the pieces. And it shouldn't take more than 15 minutes to cook this. And here is our final product. The chicken on the inside is 170 degrees. It's a little overdone, but let me tell you what, it's nice and juicy. I tore a piece of that skin off and tasted it, and it was delicious. I'm going to cover this in foil, let it sit for 10 minutes. It's going to cool down a little bit. That beer is going to finish evaporating into the meat. And we're going to get the asparagus off the grill, and it'll be awesome. And as usual, Nikki is putting Iris to bed right when we were about to eat. So I wrapped the asparagus up in some tin foil. It'll stay warm for a very long time. The chicken is cooling down. I'll give it about 5 more minutes, and then I'll cut it up. We'll serve the food. Nikki should be ready to go. And you want to be pretty careful when you're taking the beer can out, because it can actually still be pretty warm. And right now it's pretty warm, so I'm going to take a big blunt object, and I'm going to stick it down the hole where the neck is, and I'm going to just go ahead and push that can out from the top. And we're going to go ahead, turn the chicken sideways, and just push that beer can out. It's a little warm. There will probably still be some boiling hot beer in there, so be careful. And our chicken is done, so we're going to go ahead and quarter it up, serve, and enjoy. And I just wanted to showcase how much chicken meat you actually get off a whole chicken. You've got 2 breasts, 2 wings, and 2 thighs and 2 legs, and it's a lot of food. It can definitely feed up to 4 people, and this is so delicious. And I'll pull all the meat I can off the carcass, and I'll save that to use for Caesar chicken salads later in the week. And here is the final product for Nikki.
Taste tester. Am I?
Blooper reel.
Mmm. Tastes a little salty, but in a good way. Mmm, that's really good. That's super moist.
Beer can chicken.
That's why I feel drunk. I'm just kidding.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's really good.
Can I get a thumbs up? And now Nate's gonna give it a shot. He's gonna get you a knife.
Well, some important stuff. Hold up. That is one damn flavorful bird.
Can I get a thumbs up?
Second, yeah.
2 thumbs up dinner right there.
That was good.
That's a 2 thumbs up dinner. And there you have it. That's how you make a beer can chicken. All you need is a beer, a chicken, some spices, and if you want to add a side of asparagus, it's a fantastic meal. That's some good chicken. As always, guys, thanks for tuning in to Cooking with John. Please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your family and friends, and don't forget to tune in next time for more cooking from me, John.